Alright, so do some resin cast stuff, and so I got this kit and a little silicone mold. Hopefully this works out. I haven't used this before, but let's try it. And I read the instructions, which one side's in German. Pretty straightforward. This particular is a urethane-based one. My previous experience with urethane things, they don't like moisture. So you want to make sure you don't have any water, or even a really humid day could create problems. And not inside. If you had a evap cranking, you want to do it outside where it's drier. What we're going to do is pour a layer in, and then let that cure for about an hour, according to the instructions. And then I'm going to set the object on top of that. It's going to kind of stick a little bit to that. It should be a little soft. We'll see what that looks like. And then let that cure for 4 hours. And then we're going to mix up another layer and pour that over the top of it to seal it in. The idea is you don't want the thing to float around and move. You want to be able to control where it is. Anyhow, so it came with some sticks, some measuring cups. I have a lovely solo cup for mixing it in. Hopefully it won't dissolve it. And it came in with some of these badly packaged, difficultly packaged. Let me get out of here. There we go, found it. Let's try these out. Gloves that look like sandwich bags from when I was. Wow, look at this. If you didn't come with these, and I have some my own kind of like gloves I use usually, disposable ones. But this stuff can stick to your clothes as well as your skin. If you want to have ventilation, I've got a fan going that's sucking the air out of here. Mixed equal parts resin and hardener. This is the resin. That's the hardener. Anyway, so I poured in 20 milliliters in this cup. And then I've got these two, same amount. I can set them on the thing and compare the level. I'm going to slowly pour them in. The idea is I'm trying to avoid bubbles. Before I mix them, I'm going to let it wait like 2 or 3 minutes. See some of the bubbles come to the surface. And then when I go to mix it, I'm going to be as slow as possible, so as not to rapidly mix. You'll make more bubbles. So I mixed it for about 4 or 5 minutes. And trying to get it to look uniform, and it's slightly different, like there's density that you can see the difference in cloudiness in it. So you want it to look as uniform as possible. Alright, so got that mixed up, and I'm going to slowly pour it in down the side. I'm trying not to create any more bubbles than I've already managed to create. I'm going to give that an hour to do a little bit of curing, so that when I put the object in there, it just doesn't sink to the bottom. Alright? And I'm going to take out these 20 plastic bags. So, I forgot to videotape me putting it in there, but I let it wait for about an hour, and then I used a pair of tweezers, kind of homemade piece of wire, welding rod. If you don't have the tweezers, you can use it. It's a hanger wire. You gotta bend it around and make little tweezers out of it. And I kind of laid it in there, so it's just kind of floating on the surface, partially embedded. So I'm going to wait another 4 hours for this to kind of get completely fused in place, so it doesn't float up or anything like that. All right. Cool. So that should be stuck in 4 hours. So I can mix up some more and pour it on top. Hopefully all goes well. Alright, so we waited about 4 hours. Our item is secured, it's sunk in a little bit. Anyway, so we're gonna gently pour another batch of resin over the top of it. Let it flow. Now you might come across kinds that are more, this was a cheap resin, relatively cheap. You might find some on some sites, places that claim bubble free, that flows better, has better, proper viscosity. But we're gonna but we're okay. We're happy. I could tap it, but I don't want to disrupt anything right now. Kind of still jelly underneath. The first layer is still jelly-like, and we don't want that to get disrupted. So we'll just let this sit for probably 24 hours. All right, we'll come back and check on it. All right, so set some time, 24 hours to cure. Silicone, we pop it out. Oh, that was easy. Your shiny thing. So, I mean, this is kind of big for jewelry. So there's what we got. There's some bubbles, but let's see what we can do with it.